Hi guys, this is Anna, and today in this video I'm going to be sharing with you 10 ways that you can sound more like a natural Spanish speaker. So what do I mean by this? So if you're like me and learned Spanish or any language in a classroom setting, then you're going to realize that when you come to a Spanish speaking country, that there are many phrases and many situations where you don't know what to say or you have no idea what is the right thing to say in that particular situation. So this has really been the case for me. I've been speaking Spanish for 3 years now. So 3 years ago I had like a whole lot of Spanish classes, and then I've been speaking it ever since. But this year, while I've been in Colombia, so I've been here for 8 or 9 months now, there are many phrases that I've realized that I really needed to know them, but in a classroom setting, you don't really learn how to say them. So I thought I'd share them with you as well, in case you're thinking of coming to a Spanish-speaking country. So the reason I think that these phrases are really important is not only are they, you use these phrases every single day. For me, it has been really awkward when I don't know what to say or what to respond in that situation. Like, I'm kind of like a stunned foreigner and I'm kind of like, what do I say? What do I say? Like, because I don't know what the natural thing to say is in those situations. These 10 situations, I still need to master as well. And once I master all 10 of them, I think I will feel really proud of myself. And I think that, the year that I'm spending here in Colombia, I would have really achieved something with my Spanish language. So the first one is basically, very basic, how are you? We learn this in the classroom as ¿Cómo estás? For someone who is close to us, or ¿Cómo está? For someone who is older than us. But here in Colombia, what I've noticed is that there are like a million ways to ask how are you. ¿Cómo estás? Is just one of the many that they use. So the ones that they use are ¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué más? ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo te ha ido? ¿Cómo te va? ¿Cómo va todo? And just all these different phrases, and basically they all mean how are you at the end of the day. They literally just like ask it one after the other, like they don't even wait for you to respond. So how do you respond to these? And basically you're just meant to keep saying good, which is bien. So every time they just ask the question, you're like, yeah, bien. So it's really kind of funny, but that is what I've been taught while I've been here. Number 2, if you're talking to someone who is older than you, so maybe like, some neighbors who are older than you, so you need to, talk in a polite manner, because here in Bogota, Colombia, people really talk in a polite manner. So a lot of the times when you get asked a question that is like a yes/no answer, you don't just say sí or no, or it's better to say sí señora for a ladies, or no señora, or sí señor, no señor. And also in situations when you don't hear the person and you say, oh, what? Like, could you repeat that kind of thing? You don't just say ¿cómo?, which you would say to a friend. To an older person, you would say señor or señora. So it's a really polite way you use those words. And number 3, saying goodbye to the person. So in the classroom, again, you learn the normal like adios or chao, which is used in Colombia, chao. Again, it's like how are you? There's a million ways to say goodbye. Que te vaya bien, which is like, oh, I hope you go well. Que estés bien, I hope you stay well, kind of thing. Cuídate, like take care of yourself. Or if it's at night, you say, que descanses, like hope you rest. You can say all of them if you want to. So you say, que te vaya bien, cuídate, chao, que estés muy bien, que descanses, all of them. That is like a goodbye. It just goes on forever. And number 4, so following on from number 3, is how do you respond to those goodbyes? You don't repeat what they say, or they don't repeat what you say. You say basically gracias, lo mismo, which is like thank you, you too, or igualmente, the same, or igual, which is a shorter way. So the fifth point is when you say hello to a neighbor. So for example, it doesn't even have to be a neighbor, but it can just be like the local shop, because here in Colombia, or in Spanish, I think that instead of just people saying hi, you have to say like hi and then the name of the person, and of course you're not going to know the name of the person every time. So what do you say to your neighbor or to the person in the shop? You say hola veci, which veci is short for vecino. So basically it's just like saying hi neighbor, hello neighbor. So everyone says hola veci, hola veci. So point number 6, once you're in that shop, how do you start the conversation once you know what you want? This is the case for getting someone's attention. If you want to ask someone something on the street, or you want to ask like any kind of shop you're going to, you want to get someone's attention. So in English you would say excuse me, and you could say that in Spanish, which is disculpa, but it's more natural here to say hazme un favor. And hazme un favor basically means do me a favor. So I know as a translation it kind of sounds weird, but that is exactly what they say. They say hazme un favor, and then they continue with their question or continue with whatever they need. And number 7, following on from that, how do you order something? So if you go into a restaurant or a shop, how do you ask for what you want? So for example, you've gotten their attention by saying hazme un favor, and then you want to say what you want. So in English it would be, could I please have a juice? But in Spanish you don't say could I please have, and you say, and especially this is in Bogota, Colombia, you say me regalas, which basically means, literal translation is like, could you give me as a present? Because regalo means present, so me regalas un jugo por favor. For example, could you give me as a present a juice? Kind of, that is like the literal translation, but it still makes sense. But this is particularly in Bogota, because if you go somewhere else and you ask them me regalas, they'll say no, I'm not giving it to you for free, kind of thing. So in other places, and you could say this in Colombia as well, is you could say me das, which is like give me das un jugo por favor, or you could say me vendes un jugo por favor, which is sell me a juice please. So these are the different forms of asking for what you want in a shop or a restaurant. Number 8, saying okay or saying okay, I understand. So if someone gives you a piece of information like, oh, you go down that street and turn left, or something like that, to kind of like accept what they've said and to say that you've understood, you basically say listo, 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 which literally translated is ready. So basically it means like, okay, yes, I've understood. Number 9. So basically when you want to say, oh, that's okay. So if someone says to you, oh, sorry, or do you need some help? And you want to say, oh, that's okay. Instead of that's okay, which is, ah, no, está bien, which means okay. But you want to make it sound more natural. So you say, ah, no, tranquilo for a guy, or oh, no, tranquila, if you're saying it to a girl. So what does this mean? This basically means, oh no, relax. So if someone says, ay, perdón, oh sorry, you say, ah no, tranquilo. Or if they say, oh, do you need help with your bags? Ah no, tranquila. And last but not least, when you want to say excuse me, as in excuse me, I want to get through, or excuse me, I'm going to leave the table, or excuse me, I'm going to leave the conversation, you say permiso. And then the other person responds sigue or siga, which means basically continue. Okay, well, I hope these 10 phrases or 10 different situations will help you if you go to a Spanish-speaking country, or if you have any friends or family that are going to a Spanish-speaking country, then feel free to share this video with them. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up, or any feedback or comments, please leave it down below. If you want to see more videos about Colombia, then check out my channel, subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Blog Loving, and also on my blog, on my website. Okay, well, thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye.